The ECOWAS Council of Ministers is the organ that normally recommends to the authority of heads of state and government on key issues. The council every year sits and discusses matters that affect the community and provide recommendations which are approved by the heads of state. Formed nearly 50 years ago, ECOWAS was established to promote cooperation and integration among the 16 states in order to create economic growth and development in the region. Over the years, the community's roles and responsibilities have been expanded, giving it broader mandate to address emerging issues like governance, peace and security. The council comprises ministers of finance or development or their representatives. This session sets the stage for the heads of state who give their approval to some of the issues the council will discuss few days from now. This is the first Council of Ministers meeting in a Portuguese-speaking state, as the current ECOWAS chairman is the president of Guinea-Bissau, a former Portuguese colony. His Minister of Foreign Affairs, Suze Kala Barbosa, urged the ministers to adopt policies that will have positive effects on the lives of West Africans. The Russia-Ukraine crisis, which has had a negative impact on many African countries, captured the attention of Madam Barbosa, who urged the mobilization of resources to ameliorate energy and food crises, two burning issues hitting West Africa as a result of the Ukraine-Russia war. The president of the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Umar Aliyu Toure, said the decision of the council has far-reaching effects on the lives of millions of West Africans.
Our decisions and actions during this session will undoubtedly impact the lives of the millions of people we serve across West Africa.
As the original intention some 48 years ago was to foster regional trade, sadly many believe ECOWAS has not made meaningful progress in terms of intra-trade. Intra-trade in West Africa is still hovering around 15%. Governance and security challenges have eclipsed the fundamental reasons the community was formed, which were to promote regional trade, free movements and integration. West Africa imports nearly everything it consumes, a trend that will lead to further imbalance of trade. The person whose shoulder lies this huge task to grace the wheels of investment in West Africa is the respected West African diplomat Dr. Mohamed Ibn Chambers, who is the chairman of ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Task Force. He didn't mince his words when he catalogued the barriers hindering regional trade.
I think to some extent we have not made the kind of progress which the West African people are expecting. There's still a lot of frustration by the populations in their movement around the sub-region. There are still a lot of road barriers and there are still a lot of difficulties in the way of the population to move around in the sub-region. There's still a lot of road barriers which are unauthorized. There's still a lot of delay at our boundaries. These boundaries, we always say, are artificial.
And called on the community to harness its resources, both in terms of human and natural.
It is no longer tenable for us in Africa, for us in West Africa, to be depending so heavily on external countries for our agricultural needs. Russia and Ukraine cannot be the breadbasket of Africa. We have the potential within West Africa. Take a small example of what Nigeria has done so far in rice cultivation, when the focus was placed back on it and the right policy measures were taken. Each of our countries in West Africa has the potential to produce and to feed itself.
The external crisis, according to Dr. Chambers, should spur the community to do more and feed itself, as it cannot depend on Russia and Ukraine to feed its people. Here in the Guinea-Bissau capital, Bissau, whose country presently serves as the leader of the chair of ECOWAS, that's the president of Guinea-Bissau. This conference is the 90th ordinary session of the ECOWAS Council of Ministers. This conference is going to set the stage for the discussions that are going to be approved by the ECOWAS leaders who are set to meet here at any time from now. They are going to give their approval, their blessings to some of the discussions that are currently going on in this building here in Guinea-Bissau. ECOWAS, like other regional bodies, has so many issues at hand to discuss. Remember, this organization was formed close to 50 years ago to promote regional integration in the West African sub-region. But many people believe ECOWAS is still struggling to maintain the core values for which the organization was formed. The Health of State Conference Summit is coming at a very crucial time that many countries in Africa are battling with serious economic issues. So that's going to be top in the agenda of this summit. Reporting for SLBC from Guinea-Bissau, this is Asmieu Ecowas.